It's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. And today I am taking part in a blog hop with the blogging friends, and our theme is Halloween. Halloween isn't something that I get heavily involved in. I don't have children. It's more of an American tradition, although it is in the UK. But I can do a bit of Halloween. So I've got the Cute Halloween Designer Series paper. I have one of the Tombstone treat boxes. I've already prepared some of the items, so I have fussy cut some of these skulls out of the paper just with my snips. I've cut a few strips of the paper to use for strips. I've got a piece of basic white. I've got Highland Heather grosgrain ribbon, and I'm ready to go. You are too. So these tombstones, you get 8 in a box, and there's a top and a bottom. The top is bigger than the bottom, surprisingly. To put them together, all you need to do is fold the sides in, fold in the little flaps. They are sorry, I've got a flying thing. They are pre-adhesived, so the adhesive is already there, but just fold in on all of the fold lines, so you're ready to go, and then release one of the bits of tape, fold in your sides, and bring the end in, hold everything together and press, and then repeat the same at the other end, and then all you're going to do is do the same with the lid. So really easy. If you're holding a Halloween party, these are going to be great for any table gifts, things like that, because it's just quick. I mean, you know, you need quick stuff every now and again. We all need quick stuff. So this is just such a great way of producing quick boxes that are a little bit different. So yes, let's embrace a bit of Halloween with our cute Halloween paper and our tombstone gift boxes. But as you can see, we are at 2.5 minutes, and the box is basically together. And then the two bits just slide together, and they're lovely and snug. So yeah, always good. Fill your bits and pieces. It will take Hershey nuggets. We don't have Hershey nuggets in the UK, so for me it won't take Hershey nuggets. What I am going to do is I'm going to add some bits of paper. So the lid is the one that's slightly bigger. Surprise, surprise. So I've got some of this Designer Series paper. I've got 1 inch and 3/4 inch of the two patterns, and I'm going to add them to the front and the back. But all I'm going to do is pop that so that it is central on my grid paper, and then I can line up the end of my piece of skull and bat paper and stick that down. Repeat with this one. This time I'm going to put the adhesive onto the skull piece of paper rather than the stripes, because I think it might be a little bit easier. Not that it was difficult, but you know, let's see which is easier. Yeah, this is easier. So just pop that down like that, and then we're going to add that to our boxes. Unfortunately, you can't get both out of one piece of the paper, but that's fine. I am going to use liquid adhesive because it's sticking to the box, so I just think that will be a stronger, if my adhesive would like to run. There's a lot of adhesive in there, it just doesn't want to run. So I'm just going to line that up so I know roughly where I need the glue to be. There we are. And then I can pop that on like that, and if I kind of hang it over the grid paper, I can line it up. But also what I can do is take the box to pieces. It would been easier to do that before I had stuck everything together. Take the box to pieces, line up one of the sides on the grid paper, and then line up the strip on the grid paper, and so long as you can see that it's straight, you're good to go, which I can, so I am. And then for this one is going to be slightly bigger. The front is slightly bigger than the back, although in fact the tombstone bit is the same size. So if I grab my pencil, which I had on my desk, there we are. If I grab my pencil and just make a little mark on one of the sides, I can take my other piece of designer series paper, add some adhesive, much too much in length, and then just pop that on so it's sort of straight, and then line it up on the grid paper, and then just make sure that this end is straight, and if this end is straight, the other end will be straight too. Now, which is the lid? This is the lid. So I can leave this to dry because I'm not doing any more with the back, but this I'm going to trim. And I will be trimming the back as well, but don't need to do that just yet. So trim that off, and we can start decorating. So what I thought we could have is a little arrangement of skulls, like that. So I'm going to have this stuck completely down. So that's going to go there. Then we'll have our chortley chap there, and this one just there, but this one I'm going to pop up. And I'm hoping that the battery isn't going to run out before I've finished. If it does, I have another battery. But it does mean I'll then have to splice my video, which is never something I particularly enjoy doing because it just takes extra time. I don't do editing of my videos because it takes extra time. But we will see how we get on. That's coming off the end, so let's just trim that back. Don't particularly want the crow hanging off the edge because it'll catch. Right, I've got a little piece of basic white, and the I've got the Little Delights stamp set, so I've picked the Ghoulish Delights from the stamp set. I'm just going to make sure that it will take the ink well by making sure that there isn't any oil or anything on the stamp, and then Highland Heather ink, Ghoulish Delights. So what I am going to do is, I was going to run that under there, so I think I might still be able to get that under my little chappy. Yes, if I don't press him down for a while, that will be fine. So I'm going to trim off the back straight through the adhesive. So let's get my scissors that I keep for adhesive, like that. It's always useful to have one pair that you don't mind getting sticky, and then every now and again you can clean them off. So let's pop the back on, like that. Run our ribbon around, and under our skull there. It's not often you get to say and under the skull. And I'm just going to tie it in a bow. Nothing exciting. And then I will put my Ghoulish Delights on. So I will sort out the skull in a moment. But I just thought it would be quite nice to bring in some of the Highland heather so it doesn't look quite so ghoulish. And, oh no, these are my non-sticky scissors. Trim the end. Like that, and pop my skull underneath the ribbon. Get on, up you come. There we go. So there's our little piece of ribbon holding our box lid together. And then this I'm just going to trim down with my mini chopper. So I'm going to cut it that way first, and then trim it off. So it is quite narrow. And then this, we're about to finish. So this is just going to go on here